What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Hurt Business Podcast. My name is Ferris Sharari, and today I'm joined by the real bod mob.
Man.
What up, gang?
What's up, gang? What's
Man,
going on?
we've been far too streaky when it comes to this podcast stuff, man. But
Yeah.
I think when it comes to boxing fights of the year, there's not much more exciting than a fucking Beterbiev Bivol main event. Them two fighting each other, there is no better boxing fight on the horizon that could be made. This is like the best fight. I think after Usyk Fury, which we just had, after that, it's this. This is the next best fight in boxing. And we're getting it this Saturday. Will claim an undisputed light heavyweight champion for the first time in its inaugurance. And bro, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Two undefeated guys, bangers of fighters, bro. Both of them are great at their individual styles. I don't know how they clash when they get in there, but I can't wait to see it. That's the boxing side. Of course, UFC, we got a fun main event as Brandon Royval, the #1 flyweight, takes on the fifth guy in Tatsuro Taira, representing Japan in an insanely quick uprise that you've been hyping up on the podcast since he entered the UFC. What's the excitement level for your boy finally getting a headlining spot against the first-ranked flyweight?
Yeah, I mean, fucking crazy. Like, to think, like, we're just talking about how this kid was rising up, and then, he gets that fight with Alex Perez, which, ultimately ended in still an unknown injury. I don't even remember what happened to Alex Perez up until this day, but it just gets a crazy gifted fight to Alex Perez, a veteran, a guy who's been fighting the best guys in this division, and he just makes it look so easy in there. And so, there's a lot of questions on where Tatsuro fits into this division right now, as far as, is he top 5 ready? Is he gonna walk down Brandon Royval? Like, if he does, what does that mean for him? Like, there's a whole lot of questions going on, and I'm just excited to see what happens at the end of the day. Like, the kid is 24 years old, and he's rising up as fast as anybody I've seen in this sport so far. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how I'm excited to see how this fight goes, because I'm a big fan of both of these guys, and some kind of in between on who I'm going with or who I think is going to win, but hoping for a good fight regardless, no injuries, and just a good, clean flyweight fight.
Amen. I mean, we're recording this later than we usually would. This is Friday night, right before the cards, of course, are taking place tomorrow. Both guys made weight. Both guys seem healthy. So luckily, it seems like we're going to get our flyweight headlining bout, which is super exciting for all the reasons you mentioned. When it comes to a stylistical aspect, right? Like when you approach it from not their names necessarily, but what they bring to the cage. Royval seems like maybe the more decorated all-around fighter that can just hit you in every like on the ground, on the feet, in the clinch. He can do it all. But this Tatsuro guy, like, it seems like his grappling might be next level. It seems like his wrestling is unbelievable. The Perez fight, you hinted at it a second ago. I think that was clearly his best performance to date, the biggest name he's beaten and fought. And this Saturday is another opportunity to edge himself closer to a title fight. Does he beat a Brandon Royval, though? Does this style, like being 24, being just a wrestler, right? We haven't seen the big striking. We haven't seen like the all-around game from him yet. So knowing that he's just a wrestler, is that enough to beat Raw Dog himself, the all-around guy?
I mean, the thing is, like, we don't really know, because, like we said, like, we didn't see too much in the Perez fight, from a stylistic point, the striking, which was the big question in that fight, because we know how good Perez is. We know how good Perez is on the ground. That wasn't a question for me. I knew Tatsuro was the truth. I knew he was going to dominate him. But in the stand-up, it was a little too much. It was a little too premature for me to kind of make a base off of that. So that's where I'm kind of like, I still don't know where this guy stands with the striking.
Mm.
Now, like I said, grappling is another level. Like, this guy will be the future of this division, no doubt in my mind. Like, this kid is unbelievable. As you said, like, his grappling is second to none. He's a wizard. I think what surprised me a lot, though, is that he did, in his fight with Perez, I'm kind of just, bouncing off and doing this live, like, he's really good. One thing I really like about him, he's really good at making somebody make a bad decision. Like, Perez was in a very, very tough situation, and it ended really bad for him. Just off of just how good and skilled this guy is with the grappling. Like, he makes you make a decision. Like, you have to make a decision quick, and whether it's a good one or a bad one, 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, we can say it's been bad for all of these guys. But to do that to a veteran is like, that's next level, bro. Like,
yeah,
that's just next level, bro. Like,
yeah,
for him to make that guy make a mistake is just crazy, man. And not only that, injured him in the process of doing it. Like,
yeah, yes, yeah, okay, I don't disagree
that scares me for Brandon Royval. Honestly, that's the biggest thing that scares me. I'm not even scared about the striking too much, but he just has like he has this way, like his style of fighting. Like, he has this way that, like, I don't know. He puts people in tough situations and he makes them think really quick. And if you can't think quick enough around him, then the fight's over.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I think Royval clearly has the experience to his advantage. And yes, I think that Tatsuro definitely puts guys in bad positions. He had Perez's back. He was definitely riding him, leading Perez to probably stepping a little awkwardly, causing the injury to the knee.
Riding him?
He was on his back. Yeah, he was definitely riding. He had his back the whole time. And I think if Royval just like avoids Tatsuro taking his back, avoids the backpack game and trying to steal the neck, if he just keeps Tatsuro in front of him and keeps, especially if he keeps it on the feet, like, Tatsuro is gonna get whooped. Respectfully, I think he's wicked good in terms of like his game, and if he's able to execute it. Perez is the veteran. He was definitely the more experienced guy, but Perez played into Tatsuro's hand, engaging in the grappling. And also, Perez is a wrestler, so he's like, all right, you're a wrestler, I'm a wrestler. Let's see whose wrestling is better.
It just didn't end well.
Yeah, that's not what you do against the young rising, potentially superstar in Tatsuro. You kind of got to test out his full game. And I think my boy Royval does that. So long story long.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump right into my predictions to this fight, unless you wanted to say something else.
No, I think, I was just going to say, just on Brandon Royval's piece, like, yeah, he's like clearly the more dynamic fighter. Like, this guy beat Moreno. He didn't do it the first time, but he beat him the second time. He gave Pantoja like a very hard fight on the feet. Like, this guy's boxing is really fucking good.
Yeah.
That does scare me for Tatsuro Taira, but Tatsuro is like, he's just a good enough grappler where he knows how to get it to the ground. Like, he knows how to put you in a position to, like I said, to make a quick decision, and by the time that's it, it's over, man. Like, he's just so good at this, and I don't know, man. It's tough for me. It's tough for me to go with a striker in this kind of fight, especially in 5 rounds, dude. Like, this is going to be a long fight for Brandon Royval. So, damn, I mean, it's tough for me to go against Royval, man. But this guy's grappling, man.
It's clear who you're going with. Just say it. Just say it already.
I gotta go with my boy Canelo, man. My boy Canelo Alvarez. He just gets it done every time, bro.
Thank you. I'm so happy.
Nah, man. I'm rolling in Japan on this one, bro. I think the stylistic. I don't know. I think he's the favorite, clearly the favorite in this matchup. I think he can get a submission on this one, man. I think he could.
All right,
man.
right. I don't hate it.
I
I
think
don't
he
hate
could.
it. Especially the submission pick. I think if we want to make it fun, Tatsuro by sub is definitely a fun sub. With that being said, I not only enjoy going against you to troll you, but especially when I genuinely think the other guy is gonna win, that's my favorite shit. I think Royval is the all-around mixed martial artist, the more experienced mixed martial artist. Look at the guy's track record. The past 5 years, he fought everybody in this
Yeah.
125-pound division, and he's beaten most of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tatsuro is good. Yeah, he might be the future, but right now it's raw dog time, man. Give me
Don't
my
let
boy.
that youthful appearance fool you, man. This man is a dog.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tatsuro is a fucking
That's
dog.
fine. Let's see how
And
much
we'll
of a
see.
dog he is whenever he
And we'll
gets
see.
touched. Whenever he gets hit in the face a few times, whenever he's really tested, whenever Royval is sprawling and not
I
giving up
think
the hips easy, making the takedowns and getting it to the ground a real hassle.
Yeah.
Making Tatsuro fucking use every tool in his artillery. That's what I'm expecting Royval to do.
And I think Royval is expecting this fight to go to the ground at some point.
Yeah.
Which he's comfortable being down there. Yeah. And he's comfortable being down there, but Tatsuro is just another. He's got like this fucking monkey grip on people, bro. He just doesn't let go. He doesn't let go, man. He doesn't let go. So,
are you saying that Tatsuro's grappling is better than the champ, Pantosia's?
We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see, bro.
You know the MMA math is going to be off the chain no matter the outcome. No matter the outcome. Just because Royval has fought in everybody, you know they're going to compare Tatsuro's output to everybody else matched up. Everybody else. And it's exciting, bro. I definitely think the guy's the future, but this is tough, bro. You're going against the number 1 ranked flyweight in just like your 5th or 6th UFC fight?
Yeah.
Come on.
A guy who's given two champs a run for their money, beat one of the former champs.
Who?
Brandon Moreno.
Oh, Royval, my fault. I thought you'd saying Tatsuro did. I'm like, Perez was never champ.
Yeah, but
respect.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, Royval has every making in this fight to win, but he's got 25 minutes in there with this animal. So
yeah. Good luck to him, man. Good luck. It's gonna be
good
a
luck
banger.
to both men.
It's gonna be a sweet, sweet main event in the UFC. But other than that, bro, I'm really like looking at this card.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about Brad Tavares and Park Jun-Young, but
would you? Go ahead. Go ahead. Give me 3 minutes.
Park is just. I think Park's gonna win, but like,
he's just think he beats Tavares?
Yeah, I think he beats him. I don't know. I like Park a little bit better. He's just not like a flashy fighter at all, but he gets the job done. Like he wins fights. Yeah, I think he's gonna get. I think he's just gonna have a great game plan for Tavares. He's probably gonna get him to the ground. It's gonna be a fucking boring decision win, and he'll win. But
yeah, honestly, I feel like that breakdown right there could be for the rest of the fights under the main event. Like you could have said the same exact thing. I mean, although there's like some like low key sleeper fights in here, like the Themba and Nico Price fight might be fun.
Yeah, honestly, Pat Sabatini.
Oh, he's on this card. Oh, sick. Yeah, that's a sweet fight. All right, I'm down for that. He's plus money in this one, so that might be some money to be made if you're a degenerate.
Junior Taffa's fighting too.
Junior Taffa, he was supposed to fight Chris Barnett.
Dude, he was supposed to get cut.
Yeah, I see.
This dude is fat, unprofessional, and honestly a disgrace to the promotion.
Jeez.
But he's fun to watch, I guess.
I don't understand how he's a plus 285 versus a Sean Sharaf, who kind of looks like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, to what?
I mean, Sean is in the same boat. He's just fat and unprofessional.
Oh, I thought you were agreeing that he looked like me.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Fat and unprofessional. Just like me.
Yeah. Yeah, boring fights. Boring fights.
Yeah. All right. Enough on that, man. Let's talk about some boxing, bro. Because again, as I said at the beginning of this podcast, at the top of the show, You look at every single division. I don't know if you can make a funner fight than a Beterbiev Bivol matchup.
And honestly, we probably say this like every 4 years with a matchup like this, but I genuinely feel like this is one that I've really haven't felt this excited for. Then, I mean, probably the last time I felt this excited was probably when they were gonna announce Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, when it was supposed to happen, and it just never did, and then it fell through, and then Joshua started losing fights, and Usyk came into the division and shook shit up. Like, that was the last time I was genuinely like overly excited for a fight. Like, this one is like not on that level, but this is like two of the very best guys in their respective divisions fighting each other for all the titles in a division that just doesn't get love at all.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the cruisers just don't get love, do they?
Light heavy.
Light heavies,
Yeah.
same thing. Cruiser,
Yeah.
light heavy. I feel like they just don't get love, like, at all. Like,
I mean, they clearly
I feel
don't.
like
You just put them in the same breath as cruiserweights. I can't even list you 3 cruiserweights. I just couldn't. Even if you had a gun to my head, I'd die. But I agree, bro. The light heavy, it doesn't have a long history either. Like, you think about like who's historically a legendary light heavyweight champion. Go ahead, think about it.
I really can't name anybody.
I couldn't name anybody. I'll sit and have to break my brain. I think Rocky Marciano. I know he ended his career at heavyweight, but like I think he was a light heavy. He was a smaller heavyweight. I don't know. That's me guessing. But the point is that this is definitely the biggest fight in the history of the weight class, and arguably could crown the greatest light heavyweight of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't think we'll get another guy or another set of guys like this at this division. Yeah. Unless one of the guys at heavyweight, want to drop down and reign king, but
they're all
that's not going to happen. Yeah, they're all 200 plus. Like, these guys aren't making weight.
Yeah, it's only Usyk, and Usyk he wasn't even a light heavyweight. He was a cruiserweight. Yeah. Which, same thing in your book, but very different in
which is telling. He jumped 2 divisions.
Bro, unbelievable. Usyk is just like, it's another
conversation. All right, come on, we're not doing this. Anyway,
it might be like boxer of the generation, but anyway. Anyway, yeah, Usyk
riding him, dude.
Yeah, funny enough, Beterbiev fought Usyk in the Emmys. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, guess who won?
Usyk.
Beterbiev.
No way he won.
Bro, Beterbiev never lost an Emmy fight, pro fight. Like, that dude just never lost before.
Well, he's gonna lose one Saturday, buddy. Sorry to tell
you. He's never fought a Dmitry Bivol.
Sorry to tell you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we can kind of get into it, or the press conferences were pretty boring. Yeah. The stare down was epic. They had that today. That was pretty epic. To see them finally, get a face-to-face picture. It looked awesome. But 2 very respectful, quiet guys. So you're not going to get much out of these guys anyway, as far as like trash talk or anything like that. But overall, I was pleased with the lead up. Wasn't too dramatic. Great. But the fucking trailer they released, man, was so sick. So sick. The one on DAZN was so awesome.
It's beautiful.
So awesome.
Yeah. Don't credit DAZN, bro. That's all Turkey right there.
No, that's but it was on Turkey. It was on the page.
I know. I understand who dropped it, but they weren't bringing that energy before Turkey came into the picture.
You're right. Their promotion was pretty lackluster.
Bro, and now the content is elite. Elite. Yeah. They'll be promoting bum cockapoo-poos on like a random Saturday, and it's like, damn, I'm actually excited after that 3-minute commercial.
No, have you noticed like some of the other pages too, like Showtime Boxing and what's the other good one? Or
Showtime, Top Rank.
There's another one. I just can't remember the name of it.
Queensberry, PBC.
I don't know, it might be PBC or one of those. It might be one of those, but I've been seeing some of these pages post like they've been like clowning the fighters, bro. Like some of these guys will be getting knocked out and they'll post memes on it.
Damn.
It's like, wow.
That's
So
bad.
everybody's just on the wave now, just like memeing and fishing for, farming for likes and stuff. Yeah. It's what it is, but
that's the
nobody's doing it like the zone right now. Nobody. In Turkey.
Honestly, bro, that collab is elite, man. And there's no better promotion right now than that collaboration right there. And then you see the press conference, there's like Eddie Hearn and like Queensberry on the other side and Frank Warren. It's like these guys 3 years ago couldn't even be in the same room together. And now they share a stage, they trade words, all because of money that Turkey invested in the sport. It's fucking fantastic, bro. It's fantastic. It's an awesome time to be a boxing fan. And I've been talking about this specific matchup, this Beterbiev Bivol, to anybody that'll listen to me. Like all the past 3 weeks, I'm like, you got to watch this fight. Anybody who's remotely talked boxing with me in the past like 6 months, I've entertained this topic, bro, because like you said, like there's not a better matchup across boxing. And excited you compared it to Fury and Joshua, which was a rumor. It wasn't even like a real thing. It wasn't even something that was about to happen. So like it's about to happen for us. We're about to see Bivol step in there with Beterbiev, and we're gonna crown like an undisputed 4-belt light heavyweight champion. And let's get into predictions, bro, because there's a lot to say. In terms of stylistical matchups, in terms of history, in terms of recent opponents, in terms of past 5 years and what have you done for me lately sort of conversation. There's a lot to be talked about. So tell me, Josh, who are you taking this weekend and why?
That was a great opening. I just want to start off saying, and because of this reason, I don't think this fight is going to be as close as people think it is. Like this, in all of its atmosphere and greatness, and what these guys have done in the sport so far, like this is like one of the biggest things, man. I think that plays a huge part in this fight, and that's that knee injury that Beterbiev is coming off of, man. And I'm sorry to say it, like the guy, Bivol was coming in as the favorite, I feel like, for most people, even before the injury. But Beterbiev coming off that knee injury, man. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot that can go wrong in this fight. I mean, he's clearly healthy. He clearly seems, healthy enough to want to stick this fight out. He feels healthy enough to fight. Maybe that's just his pride, who knows? But I think it's going to be a little hard to believe that this knee injury isn't going to play a part at some point in this fight. Maybe not in the beginning, but somewhere towards the later rounds. If he doesn't take this guy out sooner than that, that can still happen. I think stylistically, these guys have the perfect matchup for each other. Like this matchup couldn't be any more perfect. Like the way Bivol fights and the way Beterbiev fights. Bivol is I'll start with Beterbiev, I guess. Beterbiev is like, he's known for walking these guys down. And Bivol is known for getting in your face. Like, these guys will clash together. And part of me believes that Beterbiev is not going to hurt this guy as much as people think he is. And I know that Bivol has knocked everybody out that he's been in the ring with. I understand that he's got 100% knockout ratio. But this is just one of those ones, man, where I can't really say anything distinctively that will say Bivol's not going to get knocked out. I'd be insane to say it. Like, this guy's got a perfect ratio. But I think I don't know, man. I think that Bivol, his style, I think he's going to get going early. I think that jab is going to be too much for him. I think the ring cutoff is going to be so slow for him. We've seen him cut off the ring with Canelo. Like, Canelo could not run. Canelo had not a second in that fight to breathe. Couldn't breathe that entire fight. Was just getting jab, punch all day long. I don't see any different happening with Beterbiev. He's a much bigger guy, much bigger head, easier target for Bivol. So that's a plus for Bivol. Already a negative for Beterbiev with the knee injury. The biggest plus right now is Bivol's power. We can't deny that. This guy has the ability to shut out everybody's lights. If Bivol can survive Beterbiev's power, he wins the fight. That's how I see that. If he can survive the power, he wins the fight. Will he? Probably is. Probably not. Who knows? Nobody knows yet. But, you know, Beterbiev, and that's not taking away from Beterbiev. Beterbiev does win rounds. He does win rounds, but this is another level, bro. Like, Bivol is so active in there. He's got one of the most active jabs. I can't find the statistic, dude. He's got one of the most active jabs in the entire sport. Like, he lands and is so active in every single round. Like, it's unbelievable the numbers he puts up. This is nothing like any opponent Beterbiev's faced. Beterbiev has not had this type of volume before, ever. He's never faced somebody so accurate. He's never faced somebody with such good cardio and such good ring cutoff. These are all pluses for Bivol, by the way. Now with that, not going into my prediction yet, but there's not really much I feel like Bivol. I mean, there's not really much I feel like Beterbiev has for Bivol outside of his power. Like, I don't see him out jabbing this guy. I don't see him outscoring him. I can't see a world where that happens. Yeah, I mean, there's more I could say on it, but it really just comes down to, you know, who can Bivol, you know, survive the power for 12 rounds? Can he stick the jab and, you know, move the ring, cut off the ring perfectly? He will get hit. He will get hit by something. You know, can he take the power? Nobody has taken the power. Nobody has taken the power and survived. But I just think that Bivol is he's just so good at avoiding the damage. He's so good at cutting the ring off, and he's so good at keeping you at bay. And honestly, I would have went Beterbiev in this fight, knee injury or not, if I didn't see Bivol fight Canelo. Honestly, I would have. Like, seeing him put on that kind of performance against Canelo Alvarez was unbelievable. And yes, Canelo Alvarez was in a weight division that he had no business being in, but, you know, it's not to take away from the fact that Canelo is still not a top contender, you know, 2 divisions up, you know, from his natural weight class. Like, he still can put on a fight, maybe not against Bivol, but, you know, we saw how that ended. But yeah, it's like I said, I'm gonna just kind of reiterate it again, man. Bivol is just more technical, man, just more gifted boxer. He's so hard to hit, and that's why I'm gonna take him on points, man. I know a lot of people are going Bivol on. I've been seeing a lot of Bivol by
stoppage,
split decision. I don't see this going split unless Beterbiev knocks him down 3 or 4 times and Bivol just, you know, out jabs him, comes back at some points during the fight, which I could see that happening too, man. Like, I could see this playing out being like a, you know, Bivol's jabbing his face off, round 6, bang, he gets caught with something. Bivol's never been in this position before. He gets back up, you know, finishes the round strong, comes back. Beterbiev's all over him, bang, knocks him down again with a left hook. And I can see that playing out. Like, I can see that happening and it going to a split decision, but I just think that this is more of like a unanimous decision, in my opinion. I don't see where, just in my opinion, I don't see with that injury, you know, Beterbiev having a successful night, man, against this guy, man. I hate to say it, man, but I can't ignore an injury, man. A knee injury at that.
Yeah.
Like, that's huge, dude. That's so huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with Bivol on this one, man. I'm gonna go to unanimous decision.
Bivol UD.
And yeah,
Beautiful. Yeah. Nah, I think, to be honest, you said a lot of the things that I wanted to say. We agreed on a lot of the things you said. Like the knee injury, bro. Like, there's no way you don't point that out, especially when the guy is 39 years of age. Like 39 years old, coming off an ACL. You can almost never go in that in their way. But the one thing that Bivol has, I'm sorry, that Beterbiev has, is the power. He was never known as a guy who can move. But my question is, with the now knee being replaced, now the base being a little bit differently, is the power the same? You know, is he still able to build off his base and unload insane barrages? Is that still a thing for him? We don't know. It's been a while since we seen him in there. And again, the guy is almost 40. That is old, especially in boxing years. And then Bivol is far younger, far fresher, and his specialty is his movement, bro. You talked about his jab, which is so beautiful, but nothing sets up his jab better than those feet. Nothing does, bro. And his style is like the in and out, step out of range, step in a range so fast and hit you with a two-piece. You don't even see it coming. He beat the brakes off Canelo. Actually, I take that back. I feel like that Canelo fight, he was clearly dominating and winning. He was at no point beating the shit out of Canelo. He was just winning rounds. Yeah. And then come round 10, it's like, damn, he banked 9 of these things already. He won this fight. And I think that's kind of how that one played out. But that built the name, right? That made him the superstar he kind of is today, along with this unbelievable streak he's on, paired with his unbelievable boxing skills. All that to say, we endlessly talk about Beterbiev's power, but when are we going to talk about Bivol's? Bivol can crack just as much too. He's coming off a KO, and I understand, like, prior to his past fight against kind of a potato can, right? Let's be honest. Yeah, the guy was ranked second in the IBF, but who the fuck is this Malik Ziad? I never heard of him. Did you? I didn't think so.
Never heard of this guy.
But yeah, prior to that KO, the dude didn't win via KO by like 10 or 12 fights, something crazy like that. So like he's been known to just beat the brakes off guys. And I agree with your point. If it does go to the judges' scorecards, it'll be like the Canelo fight. Like, this guy just banked 9 of these things so fucking fast. It's already the 11th round, and he's been dominating. So I agree, but also I think at some point of the fight, Beterbiev is just like, I'm known as his power guy. I'm just throwing everything, and then he's gonna get caught with some shit. I see Beterbiev maybe coming in a little sloppy towards the end too, right? I mean, like he's never been a sloppy guy his whole career, but like maybe gets desperate, right? He's never lost a fight, and the idea, right? If he's losing 11 straight rounds, come round 12, what if he's like, you know, and gets caught with some shit? It's a possibility.
Can you imagine round 1? He just slumps Bivol, bro.
That'd be nuts.
Holy shit, bro. I think about that sometimes. That's also a possibility. I think about that outcome sometimes. That's at the very, very bottom of my list, though, of what can actually happen. But that would be fucking crazy, man. And it's not out of the realm of possibility. Like, yeah, he's going to come in with a knee brace, and it's going to be a sad day, and it's going to look really sad to see him in the ring with a knee brace. But he's still got power, man. I don't think that power is going to go anywhere. But like I said, man, I would have won Beterbiev a few years ago if this fight had happened. I would have won Beterbiev any day of the week if I hadn't seen Bivol fight Canelo. But I just feel like that window's closed, man. Like, that window's pretty much closed. Like, the nail's in the coffin now. It's Bivol's time, and he's like the clear favorite for me now. Like, at this point.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's a collective. Like, if you're a super casual and you only seen the highlights, you're choosing Beterbiev.
You are, yeah, 100%.
But if you have any idea what you're talking about and you know the styles and their past few fights and the injuries and the age and all these different things that definitely play factors. Yeah. I think we as a collective, us smart people, will call Bivol. But that's not to say, like you said, like Beterbiev catches Bivol early, puts him on his butt, and just finishes the fight. Because Beterbiev, for the listeners, if you don't already know, Beterbiev is 20-0, all fucking KOs. But also, continue.
This might not mean anything, but you know, both of these guys, like the way they train, like for their conditioning, like Beterbiev is doing like fucking. This dude's in there doing like bodybuilding cleans. He's doing like fucking over the head like barbell raises with like the fucking bench, like the bench bar. He's doing like that shit, like cleans over his head. Like he's doing some wild shit, which like makes sense why he injured himself. And then you look at Bivol's routine, like he's just doing like normal boxing, like resistance training. Yeah, like stretching and normal shit. Like Beterbiev's in there like he's trying to be fucking Ronnie. What's that guy? Ronnie Coleman?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy's doing like, dude, look at his Instagram. Like he's doing like fucking bodybuilding exercises. Like, what the fuck does any of this have to do with boxing? Like, what does any of this have to do with boxing? Like it just. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into that as well, but it does like show you like, okay, this is why this guy's fucking injured. Like, look at the fucking shit he's doing in the gym. Why the fuck are people allowing this guy to do fucking 400-pound cleans? Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, he's doing like jerks and clean, like all type of weird shit. I was like going down the rabbit hole. I was like, where did this knee injury? Like, why did this happen? Because I know the fight got canceled once before that or called off. But then he was just like, still like injured. I'm like, bro, what's going on? I mean, I'm like, dude, you're still doing this shit? Yeah. Like, you're still doing this shit.
Yeah. I'm not hit to his Instagram. I gotta go take a peek.
Bro, go down the he's doing like crazy shit on there, bro. I'm like, bro, all right, cool.
Jeez. Yeah, no.
That's why you're fucking injured, buddy.
I don't want, especially like you're older. You're not like a young guy just getting into a new hobby. Like this is 40-year-old. Like you know what you're doing and what it takes away from your craft.
Yeah.
And also, it's also coveted that these body guys, these super strong guys, they don't have awesome gas tanks.
No, they don't.
And Beterbiev, he's just known for knocking guys out and never seeing the last belt. What does he look like in round 12?
Yeah, it's scary to think about, right? It's scary to think about, man. That's something I didn't even consider that. There were so many possibilities and outcomes I've seen for this fight where Bivol just wins, and that didn't even cross my mind. That just goes to show you how much like I feel like Bivol is much more complete fighter.
Yeah, agreed.
But I'm not underestimating or underrating Bivol's boxing skill. Like this guy can fucking box. Like, and his body work is crazy.
It's nuts, bro. He's unbelievable.
He puts people out. Like he is a systematic fucking bruiser. Like he is literally the definition of a bruiser. Like he breaks people down. Like he puts you down. Yeah. Is he gonna do it against Bivol?
That's the big question. It's definitely the big question.
Don't know, man.
You got Bivol by UD. I think Bivol by KO.
Damn, KO. I haven't heard KO yet. I haven't even heard that one yet. I've seen a lot of split decisions though.
Yeah, because like I understand that too. Do you remember going into the Merab in Sean fight? It was like if this goes to the end, Merab wins.
Cleans it.
I think it's the same exact idea. And we remember that was domination by Merab. I know, completely different sport, completely different. I understand, but like overall arching like storylines and approaches, I think it's almost spot on. And we both take Bivol. Different outcomes, same person. I think it's gonna make for a fucking sweet fight, bro.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be shocked if Beterbiev cracks Bivol with a shot at some point and puts him on his ass and finishes him.
Yeah.
It's also a possibility. All right. Fun
Beterbiev
card.
has been in a 12-round fight though.
Yeah,
One
multiple.
time.
But he got the knockout.
Yeah, he did get the knockout. Yeah.
That was the one that his face was sliced open, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a dirty one. Marcus Brown, bro. I'll never forget that
Yeah.
one.
Damn. Yeah, I think we're going with a set of Bivols here. I thought you were gonna go Beterbiev. I'm not gonna lie.
I've been high on Beterbiev for a few years, bro. Like I claimed him to be.
I didn't even know who the guy was until you mentioned him to me a few years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who he was.
Bro, there was a reason why Canelo fought Bivol and not Beterbiev 2 years ago. There's a reason. There really is. Like, he went 12 rounds with Bivol against Beterbiev. He would have got knocked out.
Oh, get this. I seen one where it was Bivol by unanimous decision unless the drama with his ex-wife gets to him. Have you been seeing that stuff with his ex-wife?
Who?
That's
Bivol's?
Wild. Yeah, have you been seeing that stuff?
Nah.
Bro, there's some crazy stuff going around saying like he's been beating his wife, bro. Yeah, she's been coming out saying like, "Oh, this dude beats me."
Bivol? Nah.
Read up on that, bro. Read up on it.
Yeah, I gotta do my research. That is bad news.
Yeah, there's some shit going on with that, man.
Yeah,
I think, or am I spreading misinformation?
I don't know. I feel like if that's what's sticking out of your brain, that can't be you making it up. That'd be pretty insane. I feel like it gotta be factual.
Okay, so they're divorced. They're divorced. That's confirmed. They're divorced. And then she's coming out saying like, I read somewhere that could have been so bullshit, but yeah, it says his ex-wife is on a crusade to seek justice. What the fuck does that even mean, bro? Damn. What could that even mean, bro?
Crusade to seek justice.
But yeah, he's divorced with his ex-wife. Not that that's any of our business, but
yeah. The trolls on Twitter will for sure point out the darkest, deepest, most like the things you don't want them to say. Trust Twitter; they'll find it out.
100%.
But anyways, yeah, pair of Bivol picks, a fun undercard, and like, yeah, there's a handful of fights on here that I'm excited to watch. Of course, we're not going to talk about each and every single one of them. I know if I ask you, you're gonna say Sky Nicholson's fight.
Yeah, I'm pumped for this one.
I know
this is a good one. This is a really good one.
About the
I like Ben Whitaker.
Are you aware
of
this fight?
I forgot about that dude's fighting, bro.
Are you?
I like that guy. I like that guy a lot.
You know, he does it all, man. He makes a fun fight.
Yeah. Nah, pair of good Brits and some Australians on the card tonight. You know, Sky Nicholson, you know, she's defending her WBC, you know, which was inevitable. She was going to get the WBC. I've said this already, you know, not to brag or boast, but I've said this, you know.
Yeah.
You know, not that I'm doing
you.
anything.
You were hyping her up for an list, but yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun to watch her defend her belt for the first time. Let's see how she. You know, they say you're not really a champion until your first defense, and this is her opportunity at that.
Yeah, against Raven Chapman.
Anyways,
never heard of this girl, but onward we go.
Yeah, onward we go indeed. Yeah, Ben Whitaker is a fun, entertaining boxer. He's on the card. That'll be sweet. There's another title fight. Jai Abatea, Jack Macy. It's a fun fight. Cruiserweight. This is two cruiserweights. I didn't even know their names 5 minutes ago, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah. Should be a good one.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Fabio Wardley and Fraser Clark fight. This is a rematch. They had a sweet heavyweight fight on. It was one of Ngannou's fights last year. I don't remember which one it was, but they fought on the undercard there, and it was a war. Both guys got dropped. They scrapped until the last bell. Yeah, so they're on the card rematching. That'll be sweet. Chris Eubank Jr. is on the card in the co-main. That dude's a star himself, so he's credible enough to headline a card. He's a co-main, and of course, we talked about the main event a while ago, so we won't touch that. I'm pumped for this boxing card, Josh. How excited are you for this one?
I'm pumped. Like some good prospects up and down this list. Some title fights. You know, it's gonna be some good action. Honestly, just getting ready for that Bivol better be a fight. So I'm so pumped for this, bro. It's gonna be a good card. It's rare we get boxing cards that are like that have pretty good fights top to bottom. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just even better that it's in Riyadh, so it's just like you get to watch them early.
Yeah, that's a great point. A great point, listeners. If you are on East Coast, main event is set for 6 p.m. for them to do their walkouts, so do not miss it. I think the UFC also has an early fight start, so do not miss any of these fights, man. Josh, this was a pleasure, brother. Until the next time.
All right, brother. Peace out.